welcome back. Welcome back. Knicks lose again. Fifth straight loss. 115, 122 against the San Antonio Spurs. In which it was a pretty... they was down, dropped almost the whole game. Since that first quarter, they just couldn't really get enough to take over from the Spurs. And, Spurs, not really a good team. A very, very young team, but... they did what they needed to do, and they got the win. So give credit to the Spurs where credit's due. But for the Knicks to lose 5 straight after winning 8 straight is very, very disappointing. No RJ and no Brunson again, and it's starting to show why we need those two. D Rose came out there. Wasn't really impressed with D Rose. I'm not really sure what's going on. But when you don't really play, you just get thrown in there. You know what I mean? So Mitchell Robinson didn't even score tonight. Didn't even peep that. Was not expecting Mitchell Robinson to not score tonight. Quickly and Randall took all the shots. Both had 27, but what they both did, especially in the fourth quarter, doing what they can to bring us back against Spurs. 36 were quickly. I think that's a career high. Julius Randle had 41, 11, and 7 assists. He did get a little injury scare. Hopefully it's not too serious because he went it pretty hard on the floor. So hopefully he's good. I want to just give a quick shout out to Romeo Langford, who has his career high if I'm correct, had his career high against the Knicks. 11 for 16, 22 points. Just open shots, attacking the rim, put back, stuff like that. So another player getting their career high against the Knicks. We've seen Pascal Siakam, Luka Doncic, even going back to the days of, I think there's somebody with the Rockets who did that years ago. So, hey, you play the Knicks, you get your career high. Knicks didn't get back on defense for 5 minutes in, so the first 5 minutes I kind of already knew what was going to happen with the team. Not really much to say. Evan Fournier got in. Evan Fournier did get in, 4 for 6. 11 points, -9. I know people want to say when Fournier got in, it was a 9-0 run. A lot of that wasn't really his fault. The team just didn't decide to play defense tonight. And for a Texas road trip, which I thought would be a good one for us to get back on track, we are now 0-2. So I wasn't expecting that. I was with that Spurs put up 38 first quarter points. And at times there's a lot of one-on-one ball, but with Randall being our go-to scorer, we have to rely on Julius Randle, who did have 41. So offensively he played well, just wasn't enough. Grimes was off. Grimes was off tonight. Not really a good game from him shooting wise. Just was off tonight. Some good looks as well. Open looks as well. But I thought the Spurs played him very well. They didn't really sag off him. They kind of pressured him whenever he got the ball. They didn't really sag, like I said, they didn't really sag off him. So they knew the threat that he possesses, and they, just didn't allow him to really beat us. Like I said, they did get some good looks as well in that game. Just didn't go in. Isaiah Hartenstein, again, tad bit disappointing, him and Sims. Again, I'm still not really understanding why Hartenstein and Sims both in the court at the same time. Yes, I know Obi is out. I know Randall's playing 43 minutes already. But those two in the court, just a spacing, man. Again, I saw Isaiah Hartenstein spotted for wing 3. And I like Hartenstein, but I've said throughout the season we don't really use him to his max abilities. Great passer, great playmaker as a big man. We just don't see it. We just don't really see it, man. Again, and like just recently, it's just been a lot of him, just what we've seen throughout him for the season, just rebounding and picks, stuff like that. So, starting to question the Hartenstein sign, not just because of him, but just the ways we are using Isaiah Hartenstein. So, it's very, very frustrating with that. But Keldon Johnson with the Spurs, man. Big boy. Big man. Keldon Johnson, man. Big time shots, especially 3-ball. I'm talking about shots going to freaking Mars and coming back, going to the moon and back. Mentioned the fall. Um, I thought at times he was actually giving it towards Randall on the offensive end. So it is what it is. Knicks tried. They fought. They just couldn't get the stops needed. Because every time the Knicks would respond back with a little 5-6-0 run, Spurs would come back with it as well. So can't really say too much about that. Also, going back to Kevin Johnson, I mean, the shot, I think he had 2 big-time blocks, one on Quickly, I think one on, I know one on Grimes that dunk. I think the other one was on Quickly. So, Kevin Johnson, a.k.a. Ben Wallace in the fourth quarter, which we saw. So, it is what it is. D. Roseman's disappointing in that. I thought he just wasn't really great. Very errant passes. But the big thing tonight for me was seeing Evan Fournier back on the floor. I was not expecting Evan Fournier, especially over Cam Reddish, but this is what we got. We desperately need RJ and Jalen Brunson back because his losing streak is not fun, and this is weird going from 8 straight wins to 5 straight losses. All have been pretty. Probably except for tonight, all have been pretty frustrating. Obviously the Dallas game, Luka did what he did. The Bulls game can make free throws. Philly game blew a double-digit lead. Missing another game as well. But Toronto game, Siakam having a 50 ball on us. So yeah, I don't really want to blame Tibbs. I mean, if you want to, go ahead. Just don't think the team really performed out tonight, but it's not really much to say. Again, fouled a lot. The whole starting lineup had at least 3 fouls. But for to win 8 straight, to lose 5 straight, can you really say it's time for a change? Because when we was winning, I did give Tibbs his praise, but I've never really fully this season gotten on the Tibbs wave. Kind of last year, I was kind of done with him halfway throughout last season, but it's frustrating. I think Spurs came in here as one of the worst defensive teams in the league. So I was like, okay, Grimes should have another good game, quickly, Randall, stuff like that. But just didn't happen tonight. For Grimes to go 1 for 10 sucks, but it's the NBA. It happens. You're going to miss shots. You're going to have bad games, once every now and then, once every blue moon. Bad shooting games. And tonight was just that night for Quentin Grimes. Then we got Houston next on Saturday. We're just going to see what happens, man. Not really getting too stressed out about this team right now. Still love them. Still, still my Knicks, but it's frustrating right now. Just gotta call how it is. Very frustrating. I'm not gonna start crying like I freaking did. Against Dallas. I didn't cry. I was just frustrated. Spurs just did more. Thought offensively they didn't really do too much. Really, some good looks. A lot of guys just stepped up for me out of nowhere. Sohan, 12 points, 5 rebounds. He did foul, but good to see him playing. You got Caperto, 29 minutes, 9-12. Tyus Jones, 13. Like I said, Romeo Langford had 23. Stanley Johnson had 9. So, it is what it is. We lose the game, and we are on to Houston. We are definitely on to Houston, man. I gotta get ready for that game. Let's just see what happens. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like the video and sub as well. Let me know you guys' thoughts on the game. So comment down below. Later.